Hej, då ska vi fortsätta med ett nytt avsnitt på vår Dragonhold-serie. Så vi fortsätter med story-questen där vi slutade sist. Då skulle vi prata med general Renimus, så vi sätter igång med det.
You can thank my daughter for all this. She can be quite persuasive when she wants to be. Just like her mother. The shields of Senshal are ready to aid you, Dragon God.
Okej.
Yes, those particular dragons aren't very subtle. There's been an abundance of sightings. The latest reports indicate they were heading north of Senshal in the company of a great deal of cultists and several dragons. Not yet. I have a contingent of soldiers stationed at the West Century Tower, just northwest of Senshal. They can let you know the current location of your fighting dragons. I'll work with Captain Sai Sahan to formulate a plan of attack. We'll march north of Senshal as soon as we are able. To be honest, I've been mulling over this alliance since you first entered my office. But I was certain that if I left Senshal defenseless, it would fall to ruin, just like Cyrodiil. When I left Cyrodiil all those years ago, the unimaginable happened. My emperor was killed, and Daedra attacked, and I wasn't there to defend my home. That knowledge changed me. I couldn't let something similar happen to Senshal. We face the darkness of fear to find the light of courage. That's something my wife often said, and something Aelia just recently reminded me. I can't let fear dictate my actions, and so I will join with you. Tactical information, supplies, soldiers. Now that we're in this fight, you'll find the shields of Senshal an invaluable ally. I haven't left Senshal completely defenseless. Besides, if we don't defeat Latvulan now, there won't be a city left to defend, unless my daughter has exaggerated the dangers. A cruel race, these dragons. They would rather rule over ashes than allow us to remain free. It's not just Senshal at stake, or even Elsweyr. All of Tamriel is in peril.
Okej, var ska vi då? Vi får ta en titt på kartan. Vi ska dit. Ja, då teleporterar vi lite närmare tror jag. Ska vi se, ditåt blir det. Får vi se vad vi hittar. Vi behöver inte rida så fort kanske. Se där, ur vägen. Se där du, han sprang han. Den gamla antilopen. Där, vi ska åka till rätt torner där vet du. Här var det lite småfiner och grejer vet du. Ja, här är de döda draken.
We actually fought a living, breathing dragon.
It's not breathing anymore.
Ja, vi får se vad Kaska vill då.
Nafala was lucky we made it here so fast. He was surrounded by at least 5 other dragons, but they scattered after we took this one down. Zaji grounded it himself. I'd say I'm proud of him, but it was probably sheer luck. I'm not sure. He fights with the fury of a wounded Sench, but that could simply be his way. Still, despite his confidence, not even Nefalar can stand against such numbers for long. Nefalar and his enemies flew out of sight, but the tower may offer a better vantage point. Zaji is up there now. Perhaps he saw where they went.
Ja, vi får springa in där då. Får vi se om man såg var de stack. Ryggsäck. Nej, den var tom den.
Did you see the corpse walker? A dragon! Zaji killed an actual dragon! Ah! Oh, the moon singers will tell tales of our adventures for generations to come. Zaji, the Dragon Slayer. And his heroic associates. Not since he flew by. To be honest, things weren't looking good for our scaly friend. An entire rage of dragons chased after him. Zaji doesn't think Latvolan is interested in a fair fight. Zaji lost sight of them. They're fast and loud. And this one can't help but wince every time they shout. Is it really just him? Wait, looks like they're coming back around.
Så det kom den på drakar till. Coolt. Det var häftigt. Oj, många nu.
Looks like they're headed straight to Doomstone.
Aha.
Huh. What could they want with that old ruin? Sai Sahan will want to know about this. We'll report in while you go after Nafalar.
Det var lite coolt. Vi får ta stegen ner tror jag. Jag är rädd för att vi slår ihjäl oss annars.
I know a hunt when I see one, Walker. Find Nafalar before they overwhelm him.
Vi får se på kartan. Och det var långt upp det. Vi tar väl och teleporterar lite närmare. Vi kan inte springa för långt. Ska vi fighta sen draken igen då först? Kanske får en bra loot. Nej, dog han. Ja, typiskt. Ja. Vi ska inte ditåt, vi ska också hitåt. Det kan ju vara smart att fightas dessa stora när det är många folk, sen kanske får en bra dropp. Ja, naturligtvis, vi måste nog ner här. Så det gick allt bra. Allt rejält igenvuxet det där slötter där. Så det kommer en drakar igen vet du. Ja, vi får springa efter. Det står ett badtroll där ute. Ja, ett sånt hus kan jag väl ha. Är det rätta vägen det här då? Det måste det väl. Se där.
Look, above the ruins. Our battle ends here, brother.
Där är de sinna på varandra ute. Oj, 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 oj.
Nefalar has fallen. We need to get into that keep.
Ja, vi får dundra på. Får vi se om vi får döda en drake.
What are we going to do now?
Without reinforcements, we have no way to take the keep.
Jo.
As long as the dragon guards still stand, there is always a way. Damn that dragon's pride. If Nefalar had only broken off and regrouped with us, it seems we have no choice but to rescue the beast. Are you with me? General Renmus will lead a secondary team to keep the cultist occupied. That should give us time to search for Nefalar. By Lecky's blade, I just hope he's still alive. It'll be hard. The cult is gathering around Latvalan, most likely to empower him using their Aeon Stones. Yet another advantage they have over our forces. This is it, my friend. Our chance to prove ourselves. To prove that the Dragon Guard still protects the people of this world. You scout ahead and find a way forward. I'll join you in a moment.
Vi ska prata med en till.
Have no fear. Zaji, the Dragon Slayer, has arrived.
We are never going to hear the end of this.
Nej, det gör vi säkert inte. Ja, vi får springa in då. Vi hittar ingången. Här har vi ett litet kryp in vi kan springa in i vet du. brinner överallt här ute.
Stay sharp. We don't know what might lurk in these caverns.
Nej, vi får ta en titt. Ja. Har de gömt någonting bakom här då? Ska inte förvåna mig. Nej.
That looks like Nephilar, down below. Let's see if we can find a way to get to him.
Vi får titta runt lite då. Han såg lite skadad ut.
Hold a moment. There's some kind of message written on that tablet.
Så det är det. Lite småskelett där kommer fram där ute. Ja. Ja, vi får ta det här först då. Nej, inte prat med dig. Vi ska ju läsa på den här lappen vi.
In a rather roundabout way, it seems like this tablet is telling us how to move forward. It seems there's more to Doomstone Keep than first meets the eye. The inscription says to create light with a divine mask, which I can only assume refers to the Mask of Alkosh. Did the Pride of Alkosh occupy this keep? Yes, the Black Beast. One of the Dragon Guard's greatest foes. A dragon of mighty power. Which would indicate that this inscription was written by the Dragon Guard. But what were they doing here? The Dragon Guard and the Pride of Alkosh. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We need to find Nephilar, first and foremost. According to this inscription, the mask can somehow be used to light fires. We should search for unlit torches or braziers.
Ja.
There. Let's see
Här
if
har
the
vi,
mask
vet du.
responds to that brazier.
Och tände brasa här vet du.
That must be the Black Beast facing off against the Dragon Guard. Looks like a Khajiit warrior is leading them. Perhaps she was a member of the Pride of Alkosh.
Ja, det var en fin tavla. Ja, vi ska väl tända lite fler brasor tänker jag. Oj, här rasar det sten vet du. Det är bäst att inte stå i det där stenregnet eller raset. Då blir det väl stunda. Det är en nullfri, okej. Inget roligt. Ja, vad dåligt med loot här det. Borde ha tagit en bara skattkister här till mig.
Khajiit warrior from before. She claimed the Mask of Alkosh just as you did. Wait, could she possibly be Jadari?
Kanske. Vi får springa vidare och se. Ska vi slå i klockan? Det gick inte. där kommer fler, ja. Och det är ännu mer. Jag tänkte vi var färdiga. Ifall fan en mer skill då helt plötsligt. De slutar aldrig att komma här helt plötsligt. Ja. Vi får ta med det senare då.
That's Nathalar. Jadari is offering him the Mask of Alkosh, but he's refusing her. It seems to symbolize something, though I'm not sure what.
Ni får ta reda på det då.
I understand now. The Black Beast is Lutvalon. The Dragon Guard sealed him away. Though it cost Jadari her life. And Nathalar is nowhere to be seen.
Fångan där.
Jadari joined the Dragon Guard to take down a fearsome dragon. The Pride of Alkosh called him the Demon from the East, while the Dragon Guard named him the Black Beast. But his true name is Lutvalon. Precisely. She must have needed the mask's power to defeat Lutvalon. Jadari and the Dragon Guard had another ally as well, Nathalar. He gave them his own horn to use against Lutvalon, but he also refused Jadari something. And then the final battle. Jadari fell, but the Dragon Guard was still able to trap Lutvalon. For centuries he was sealed away beneath this very keep, until he escaped, that is. Which leads us to today's battle. What I'm interested in is how Jadari was able to use the Mask of Alkosh against Lutvalon. Though I suspect Nathalar may have some insight on that as well. We should continue our search.
Du har helt säkert rätt. Får du fortsätta att leta. Ja då. Här var det väl något spännandes. Nej, här har de faktiskt inte gömt några lappar, ser det ut som. Det är papperslappar som vi måste hitta. Nej.
Nathalar!
Jadari. No. It is you, Hunter. Deju. Time blurs. It is the same as before. I can feel Lutvalon's icy malice permeating this chamber. So this was his prison, was it? And now he has assured that it will be my grave. Yes, I gave her my horn, but it was not enough. And so she asked me to empower the Mask of Alkosh, so that we could slay Lutvalon and end his terror. I refused. Lutvalon was sealed away, but not before Jadari fell in battle. It takes two wills to awaken the mask. One is a champion of the Pride of Alkosh, a warrior who has proven themselves worthy of the mask's power. The other must be one of my kind, a dragon. Fenjuntid, the will of my father, the Dragon King of Time. All Dove seek dominion, and so it is a king's command that is our bane. I will not turn away from you as I did Jadari. I will not repeat the past. I will join with you and empower the mask. You are a worthy ally, and a champion of my father's will. Only together can we hope to defeat Latvulan. Raise the mask before me. It is time.
Okej.
Nordrun Kolos, myth made manifest. A trick of the mask and nothing more. Come, let us see what lies beyond the dunes.
Ja. Det var med en cool plats. Ja, hamnar vi i en öken här helt plötsligt. Får jag ta hästen? Gick inte. Inga hästar här inte. Ja. Var... Så det är det. Golden Dragon, vet du.
Apologies never did suit you, Nafalar. You are here now. That is all that matters. A new champion walks in Jadari's stead. We can still make things right.
Okej.
Poor Rakajin. It was his destiny to walk these sands, you know. To join with the pride of Alkosh. But greed drenched his heart like a freezing rain, sapping all its warmth. And so, it fell on your shoulders to walk this path instead. Dragons, yes. And something far worse as well. Latvulan, the demon from the east. It was not enough to seal it away. You must succeed where Jadari failed. You must banish the demon unto eternity, as Alkosh wills. Latvulan is the torment of chaos, a shadow wearing a scaly hide. It seeks to drench this world in anguish, as is its very nature. It will pave the way for another, a new moon filled with darkness. Then the tapestry of time shall unravel. Alkosh watches we mortals with a weary eye. He will lend his power to one worthy, yes. But only if we are granted the aid of his blood. Only a dragon's power can awaken the mask. You seem willing. Can you say the same? Of course, Mask Bearer. Jadari is sure you have many questions. Just don't expect too many answers, yes? It is not a place, but a story that has been and will be told time and time again. We are within the tapestry, and without it, wrapped up tightly in its threads, even as we desperately try to untangle them. Alkosh is he who weaves the tapestry, and also he who is the threads. They unspool from the tip of his tail. When the thread ends, there will be nothing. We are all woven into his tapestry, Walker. We are always within the realm of time. Perhaps that is why Alkosh entrusted the Khajiit with his secrets, no? Jadari was born under eclipsed moons, yet was destined to never become main. And as she listened to the moons, they sang to her a song as sweet as candied moon sugar, until the day their song became the steady beat of drums. The darkness of Lorkhaj had stained her soul, the bruising purple of spilled wine. Soon, all she could hear was beautiful, terrible whispers. And so this one decided to make her way to the sands behind the stars, before she was forever lost. But Kenarthi carried Jadari not above to the stars, but into the darkness that had settled in this one's heart. Jadari was given two gifts, a lantern to guide, and a sword to protect, and both shined with Alkosh's divine light. You walked the halls of the High Main, have you not? You proved yourself worthy, and were gifted the mask of Alkosh. Those trials, those halls, they reflect Jadari's battle, deep in her heart. A battle that she won. Jadari was gifted the mask of Alkosh, and told to protect his most sacred tapestry. To slay a demon who would undo all of time. But now that duty lies upon your shoulders. Bear it wisely. You compare the sands of the hourglass to the moments which pass through time. Can they truly be the same? But then, are they truly so different? It is one answer only the Dragon King knows. Perhaps not in a way so easily understood. But Jadari does sense something. You have a companion with you now, yes? A man who was somehow connected to the Amulet of Kings as well. Most curious. Alkosh and Kenarthi see every trail along the many paths of time. They knew that Sai Sahan was destined to lead you here, to this very moment. And perhaps they were the ones who ensured that he was alive to do so. Now that would be assuming Alkosh's divine will, would it not? Many would consider that... what is the word? Blasphemous. Jadari simply thinks aloud. Take from her words what you will.
Ja, ska se, då ska vi väcka masken, okej.
Go before him, Dragon Guard. It should only take a few words. Do you remember Nafalar? Words to
Dragon King above, Bormahu Hanzu. This mortal is worthy. Wavokri Krentid. They shall mend your threads.
The mass awakens. Go now. Harness the might of Alkosh to overcome the demon from the east, as it was always meant to be.
Our strength is now one, Akatus. Let us finish this.
Blev vi superstarka nu då kanske? Okej. Var är han då? Han var ju bara lite längre fram han. Där sitter han, vet du. Oj. Det var en sinare. Ja. Inga fiender eller någonting här, vet du. Det
The
har vi.
time has come, Akatus. Cleave through your enemies with the might of Alkosh.
So this is the power of the mask of Alkosh. Come,
Kolla
we'll stop
där.
the cult from calling in
De fick en
reinforcements
mask
for
där, vet du.
Lotfalan.
Coolt. Ja. Ja. Vi ska hoppa ner här och döda allt som finns då säkert. Oj, här var det mycket eldmagiker. Ja. De hade inte så mycket liv. spring hit då. Där står de på rad, vet du. Oj, ja, många, vet du. Det var inte mycket motstånd i dem i alla fall. Det är som flyger där, vet du. Det är liksom... Ja, där kommer den lite, vet du. Mm. De dör för fort där, så vet du. Hinner inte döda dem en gång. Det är bra det. Hjälp till att döda då. Lite drakeld på dem. Jaha, de ska komma hit kanske. Han...
That's the last of them. Onward! We have a dragon to slay.
Ja, då får jag springa vidare, ja. Han kommer tillbaka. Han var redan innan tillbaka.
The time has come, Lord Volan. Our battle shall end here.
We must aid Nephilar. Dragon Guard, to me!
Det är det. Oj, oj. Han skyddar sig, vet du. Vilken
I
rackare.
know not how these mortals revived you, but they shall not do so again. I am your foe. You shall face me.
I all världen dör de före vi börjar då. Jag antar att vi ska döda dessa skelett här först, men
Have you no more corpses?
får det i vart fall inga mer snappoint här.
I need only my own might to defeat you. Fokrati!
Oj, ja men, se där du.
Now, little mask bearer, let
Oj,
us
ja.
see how you handle my true might.
Ska vi dra en ulf på den då? Ja, det är väl lika bra det.
Strengthens me. I will not be so easily defeated. We shall see about that.
has arrived.
Real hand.
Det där kommer de andra, vet du.
Cover you. Protect Nephilar.
Inte för att vi behöver det så här, det hjälper han men.
You should have stayed in that pit. Why fight, brother? You cannot hold to win.
Jag behöver ju inte stå i rätt. Det kan ju vara smart att flytta lite grann kanske. De anfaller lite grann. Ja, det är coolt. Ska han för stenen igen nu då? Jaha, sker det ingenting?
Enough of this! I should have killed you long ago, mask bearer. Fools throw down. Man, you have no hope of defeating me.
Det kommer större och större fiender, vet du. Det är coolt. Så ska det vara. Oj, grabbar. Här är det is och grejer, vet du. Take it easy. Det är lite coola attacker då. Exploderande grejer.
The rule of dragons cannot be stopped.
Coola skelett då. Isskelett. Ska han stunda mig igen då?
You can win.
Ja.
I am unslav. You cannot end me. Fools throw down.
För den smällen.
Your life ends here. Rules are undone. Fools throw down.
Det är bra.
Victory.
Det dödar vi in allt.
The new moon shall rise. Well fought, Dragon God. Lot Vulan is slain. Now I shall ensure that nothing remains.
Fought hard for this victory, Dragon Guard. To save the people of Elsweyr, of all Tamriel, from Lot Vulan's tyranny. But our battle does not end here. Like those who came before, we'll fight the dragons that plague this land until the day that plague ends. And for all those who lost their lives today, I say this prayer. May your flames burn eternal.
Var det någon som dog idag då? Jag tror inte det var någon som dog, men ja, vi springer vidare. Det var en cool fight. Det var ju lite coola attacker faktiskt. Brinner det inte längre? Jo, det brinner allt liten. Ja, ska vi bara ut då. Kanske lika bra att teleportera. Vi får se, var ska vi då? Vi ska tillbaka till grottan där, eller? Ja. Ja, vi teleporterar.
You should have seen the battle, Mother. Flames and ice, swords and arrows. It was spectacular.
Mother must say, slaying dragons is certainly a step
Många
up
prat
from
med er nu.
stealing temple heirlooms.
Excellent fighting out there, Dragon God. Of course, your work isn't done. There remain plenty of dragons for your order to slay. I swear to you, from here on, that the shields of Senshal will aid you however we can. We'll continue to protect Senshal and its citizens, of course. Try our best to keep order. But I do have plans beyond that. One day, the shields of Senshal will protect all of Palatine. No more hiding behind city walls. As much as I would like to keep my daughter by my side, I don't think that would be wise. She's grown so much during her time with the Dragon God. Her place is here. I couldn't be prouder of the woman she has become.
Nej, det borde vi kanske vara. Ska vi se, här har vi en till.
Get over here.
Här är Flower Power. Vad säger han då?
Zaji knew we could do it. There was never a doubt in his mind. After all, we are the Dragon God, right? The scourge of dragons far and wide. Well, Zaji will admit there was one or two moments of doubt, but they passed by very quickly. He hardly noticed them at all. You know, Walker, forget it. At the danger of sounding boorish, Zaji just wanted to thank you for all that you've done. When this one left Black Heights, it was to seek adventure and glory, and so he bought a fine vessel and assembled a gallant crew. However, adventure and glory is a bit hard to seek out. It's not often you come upon signposts asking for mighty heroes to save the kingdom. Well, maybe you do. Seems like you have that sort of luck. The point is that Sai-Sahan was right to doubt Zachi and his crew. We were smugglers, not heroes. Ruffians trying to make enough gold to get by. And then you came along and asked us to take you here, to this island. And now the Moon Singers will tell stories of us for generations to come. So, thanks for giving Zaji a chance to become the hero he always knew he could be. And for letting us come along with you on this unbelievable adventure.
Ja, då får vi springa och prata med nästa. Många att prata med idag. Vi tar väl hit först, ser det ut som. Nej, vi var på fel våning. Vi får den upp. De skriker av sig, vet du. Nu är de glada, vet du.
Congratulations on the win, Mask Bearer. Just do not brag about it, yes? I get enough of that from Zaji. Not dead, which is better than I expected. It all worked out though, didn't it? Elia protected Senchal, Zaji became a hero, Saisahan ended a grave threat to Tamriel, and you got to be the mighty hero at the center of it all. I'm a simple Senchrat walker. There was an enemy, and I killed it. What greater satisfaction is there? My only regret was not killing Latvolan sooner. Many of my people died because of him and his cult. And all for their own protection. They were too afraid to fight the dragons that terrorized their land, and so they joined with forces that they did not understand. And many suffered because of that. I won't forget that. But there's still dragons in Elsweyr. Cruel, terrible dragons who want nothing more than to kill and destroy and conquer. And I won't let them. As the moons are my witness, I will hunt them all down. Every last one.
Hon är lite aggressiv. Så där du. Ligger en stentablet vi måste läsa det. Den höll vi på att missa.
Damned wizards. Chisbari will make them pay.
Det är ju bra att de lyser lite extra, sen ser de ibland i alla fall.
Just the warrior I wanted to speak to.
Vilken tur då.
At long last, we defeated the Black Beast. Today we finished a battle the Dragon Guard began centuries ago. A fitting start to our own order, I must say. Brooding as usual. Nephilar may have pulled through as our ally, but he's still not one for socializing with mere mortals. He did say he wished to speak to you when you returned. If the subject comes up, let Nephilar know that he's welcome to recover in our sanctum. He's our ally, and the Dragon Guard takes care of its own. Far more confident of our Dragon Guard, I must admit. When we first formed our order, all I saw was a ragtag band of smugglers, ill-experienced and naive in the ways of battle. Ah, yes, young Elia. How could I forget? But now I look around me and I see soldiers, tried and true. Warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to protect Elsweyr. And if that's not in the spirit of the Dragon Guard, I don't know what is. Captain! Yes, I suppose I am, aren't I? It's been a long time since I last held that rank. I failed to uphold my duty then. I allowed my Emperor to die, and watched as our empire fell into the clutches of Daedra. And now I have another chance to make things right. Not in the Empire, perhaps, but here in a land that has a great need for a Dragon Guard to watch over it. And I expect your help as well, my friend. As always.
Ja, då får vi springa till sist då. Vi pratar med store draken, vet du.
An excellent battle, Akatus. Your might helped seal Latvulan's fate. He shall never challenge me again. Indeed, and our foes seem to thwart us at every turn. Latvulan killed Yagrandu before he could join our alliance, and his corpse was turned against us. The cult destroyed Pride Home in their efforts to acquire the mask of Alkash. Though it was no easy task to do so, the halls of the High Main presents challenges that few dare to face. Yet you conquered them all and proved worthy of Alkash's divine power. A feat few mortals can claim. You have certainly proved yourself worthy of the Mask of Alkash. Just do not expect it to ensure all your victories. Its power was only awakened through our connection. With my departure, it shall be but a mask. Not yet. We defeated Lot Vulan, but I sense another power lurking in Elsweyr. Something dark that threatens to disrupt my father's order. When the time comes for you to face it, I shall aid you. I give you my word. And keep the mask. It suits you.
Okej, att det är som lurker i mörkret då. Är det en ny DLCn kanske? Vem vet? Vad fick vi då? Dagger, one-handed. When it comes to damage shield, increase more. Okej. Okej. Och en skill point. Ja, det är inte dumt. Då fick vi en mask. Okej, ja. Den har vi redan sett, den masken. Så det är väl ingen större vits att ta en titt på den. Då kan vi ta Explore, för då har vi ju ingen mer story quest. Säger han dit, okej. Så vi teleporterar till stan. Ja, här har vi ett huvuduppdrag förresten. Okej.
Finally, over there.
Didn't I say we'd find them here? Pay up, Captain!
Put it on
We've been
Zaji's tab.
tracking you for hours. Luckily, Casca never forgets a scent. Saisahan needs you back at the Dragon Guard Sanctum. Something about a letter and a new threat to Palatine. Saisahan received a letter from the High Chancellor, the Great Imperial Battle Mage Abner Tharn. According to Sai, the letter indicates you all need to meet as soon as possible. All Sai would say was that Abner Tharn mentioned a threat to southern Elsweyr. I could tell the letter troubled him, which makes me downright terrified. Will you go and meet with them? I hated leaving Saisahan alone with Nafalar, especially in the mood he was in. Get to the Dragon Guard Sanctum as soon as you can. Oh, and it's good to see you again. Zaji and Casca feel the same, even if they won't admit it. Not a bad mood. Not exactly. It just seemed to me that whatever was in that letter from Abner Tharn made him uneasy. Nafalar was also acting strangely. I'm worried that something terrible is about to happen. Honestly, after everything we've already witnessed, it could be anything. All I know is that whatever form this new threat takes, it has both Saisahan and Abner Tharn worried. Nafalar paced around like an anxious Senthrot awaiting the approach of a summer storm. I think he senses the coming of whatever threat Abner Tharn uncovered. You'll see for yourself when you return to the Dragon Guard Sanctum. Rebuilding an order takes time. The Sanctum is coming along, but Sai wants to get more chapters established as soon as possible. The dragons remain a threat, one too large for a single group to deal with.
Okej, då ska vi se. Var ska vi då? The Dark Aeon, okej. Tillbaka igen, okej. Då reser vi dit då. Ja, då ska vi väl upp och prata med draken igen då kanske, eller?
That scent on the air. The mask bearer approaches.
Good. Now we're just waiting for him. Just in time, my friend. When my old companion arrives, I'd prefer to have someone I trust at my side. Abner Tharn. According to his letter, the two of you worked together after the Prophet incident. He even praised you. I know, it surprised me too. The old snake also said he's bringing a friend, that we have important business to discuss. I know as much as you do. He just mentioned a threat to southern Elsweyr. Between Tharn's cryptic letter and Nathalar's strange mood, I'm feeling uneasy myself. Talk to the dragon. Find out what troubles him while I wait for Tharn. I appreciate you dealing with Nathalar. The dragon senses my unease over Tharn's letter, which only makes his own anxiety more pronounced. Meanwhile, I need to keep myself from thrashing the old battle mage the moment I see him. Abner Tharn is conceited, opinionated, condescending, and a pain in my arse. And those are his good qualities. All that said, I have the utmost respect for the battle mage. When danger appears, we could do worse than to have Abner on our side. Paces, he grumbles. He refuses to speak except in riddles. And he's only gotten worse since Tharn's letter arrived and my own mood soured. We both know something terrible gathers strength in the wilderness. We just don't know what it is. His letter indicated a threat to southern Elsweyr, but that was the extent of his revelations. I suppose he wants to tell us in person. Prudent, if frustrating. After all, one should never commit certain details to paper. I'm beginning to sense that. I told him about Nathalar and the Dragon Guard. While he still punctuates every sentence with an insult, he seems genuinely concerned. That's different from the man we once adventured with.
Okay.
The bearded one speaks as though I am not perched within striking distance and can hear every syllable he utters. I might find his hubris amusing in a different light, but the light that remains fades as darkness comes. A riddle to those hindered by limited perspectives. A profound truth to one such as I. Something ancient and powerful assaults my senses, but the path ahead is unclear. I sense a darkness. Perhaps an absence of light. It sets my scales on edge. My feeling is my own. It grew from a tickle behind my broken horn when the fool of a battle mage opened the halls of Colossus. Now it swirls like a black storm around me. Quite unpleasant. Perhaps the new arrivals can shed clarity on what is to come.
A portal? Here? See what you can make of it.
Ja, vi springer väl in och tittar då.
Tarn, how do you stand it? My head pounds like an orc drum.
You get used to it. And that was your best one yet.
Abner Tharn. You arrogant, vexatious son of a bleary-eyed...
Save your posturing, Sai. I missed you too, but we have a bigger problem to deal with.
Okej, vi pratar med Kamira först då.
Fiveclaw. My head spins from the efforts that took. Cadwell made it look so easy. By the moons, though, my heart sings at the sight of you, my friend. I did. Cadwell acquired power over portals after attuning at the Shadowdance Temple. Tarn suggested I might have the same ability, and he has been helping me. Just between us, he is not the most patient teacher. Lord Gareshri has my kingdom well in hand. We continue to clean up the mess left by the usurper queen, and there are still stray dragons to deal with. But Tarn convinced me that I was needed here. Working with a dragon, what an odd sensation. So Tarn has told me. He has been exchanging letters with Sai Sahan for some time. Do not expect me to turn my back on the creature. but I will respect this alliance. Mons, this must be what a mouse feels like in the presence of a purring Alfik. I traveled to southern Elsweyr not just to finish this business with the dragons. The Khajiit of Palatine have been on their own for too long. The time has come to welcome them back into the Confederacy. The Elsweyr Confederacy, an alliance between Anequina and Palatine. The various political upheavals and the Nahatan flu have left the Confederacy in shambles. I plan to rectify that. Gareshri insisted I bring an armed escort. He worries so. Marching down from Rimmon, I suppose. Tarn was in a hurry, so he had me practice my portal making. Zamarak and the others will catch up to us, eventually. Five Claw, you just want to hear tales of your exploits. Very well. You and Abner Tarn arrived in northern Elsweyr to help deal with the dragon threat that Tarn unintentionally released upon us. Along the way, we discovered a terrible truth. That Euraxia, the usurper queen, Tarn's half-sister, orchestrated the release of the dragons. We ended her reign, only to learn that the dragons had plans of their own. Calgrontid, leader of the dragons, sought the power hidden in Jode's core. We killed the dragon Mulamnir and flung Calgrontid into the void, but not before he absorbed the core's power. Then I took back my family's throne and accepted the crown of Anequina. As for Calgrontid, you should talk to Tarn.
Ja, vi får prata med han då.
I see that my instructions were followed to the letter. The champion of Aquina, Sai Sahan, and the dragon Nafalar together in the same place, and I have brought Chimera. We have much to discuss. It concerns Calgrontid. Calgrontid absorbed a good deal of the core's power before we stopped him. I hoped he was lost in the void after we dislodged him, but like us, he made his way back to Tamriel. I've been hunting for him ever since. Not just that. I pieced together his ultimate plan. Calgrontid boasted he would become the equal of Akatosh, and your dealings with Ladvolon and the cult of the New Moon suggest they were preparing for an ascension. Isn't it obvious? Calgrontid plans to become a god. There's an island off the coast, Dragonhold. In the Kunzari legends, it was the dragon's seat of power. I can't open a portal to it, I can't even scry it. It's protected by potent magic. You face the cult of the New Moon? The cultists revere Calgrontid. They must have a method for getting to and from the island. I assume their base at the New Moon Fortress holds the answers we seek.
Strange green stone. Does that sound like what you're looking for, Tharn?
Indeed. Since I read about it in your reports, I've wanted to examine it. Chimera, can you...
No more portals, Tarn. Not right now. I have duties other than conveying you around, you know.
Oh, very well. Sai, let's talk. We'll meet our friend at the fortress.
Då får vi se, var ska vi då? Där uppe, okej. Ja. Vi teleporterar lite närmare då. Vi får springa hitåt, ja. Nassenöff springer omkring här. Ser du? gränsgrände. Vi får springa på utsidan ser det ut som.
You need to rest, old man. Don't pretend otherwise.
If you...
I expected the New Moon cultists to disperse after the death of Lotfulan. I suppose Kalgrantid has other ideas. We need to determine how the cultists reached the Dragon's protected island. And according to Tharn, the cult operates both here and on the island. They must have a way to get from here to there. The stockpile of Aeon Stone and this amphitheater are as good a place to start our search as any. That entrance has most likely been sealed in response to what you and she accomplished here. A structure as ancient as this must have other entrances, though. Let's find one and make our way to the amphitheater. Tharn will be fine. He just needs to catch his breath. Which means I get a few blissful moments without listening to his scathing observations. Now let's move quickly. Kalgrantid must be dealt with before he can complete his ascension. The fortress is built atop the cliffside, and the river runs along its base. There must be another way into the fortress along the river. I can feel it in my beard.
Det var inte dåligt om ni kände ända in i skägget. Titta på kartan först. Ja, vi ska springa dit.
We need to find another way in. Let's follow the river.
Vart de så sinnara tror jag då? Där har vi en liten lapp vi kan läsa vid det. Så där. En annan väg in. Okej, ja. Då springer vi hit den gången då. Här vet du, kom vi in vet du. Ja. Där har vi en lapp till att läsa. Jag får läsa först då.
A gem. I find it hard to tell with all that facial. Both of you. You'll need your fighting skills in some.
Coolt med en eldcirkel runt sådär. Mm.
You never cease to surprise me, Si.
What now, old man?
Här var det
In the
mycket
past, I
bokhyllor och grejer
considered you
läser.
nothing more than Varen's muscle.
Right.
But here you are, leading a new generation of Dragon Guard.
Your point, Tharn?
Just contemplating how some people adapt to change.
Ja.
Some seek change,
Vi
others
bara
have it
springer
forced
vidare.
upon them.
Wisdom from an empty well here in the belly of our enemy. Let's stick to the matter at hand, shall we?
Hit skulle vi inte. Fanns inget roligt att titta på det här eller? Får vi ta den vägen. Jag sprutar eld där vet du. Ja, en garning.
Calgronti. Here. We must find him.
Gömmer han sig? Det finns väl bara en väg att gå då. Rakt fram. Fann vi en fin sten där.
Calgronti.
You shall be the first to behold the
Det är
rise of the
en
dark.
grön och fin drake. Ja.
The portal just closed. Tharn, can you open it?
Perhaps, but not by myself. Champion, let's talk.
Ja. Vi får prata lite.
I know Sai was hoping for a confrontation, but I doubt we could have survived an encounter with Calgronti. He looked even more powerful than when we saw him at Jode's core. Now, about that portal. This array of stones forms the portal's focal point. That's Aeon Stone, mined from sites throughout southern Elsweyr. I did a little research after receiving Sai's report. We need to energize the stones to activate the portal to Dragonhold. Aeon Stone has no intrinsic power. It amplifies whatever energy it absorbs. That's the key to activating the portal. If you step close to the stones, I'll siphon a bit of your vitality into them. That should provide power enough to open the portal. As I said, I did some research. Approach each Aeon Stone and I'll siphon a little of your vitality into them. That should provide the energy I need to activate the portal to Dragonhold. You think so? My knowledge is infinitesimal and it irks me. The stone exists only in southern Elsweyr. It absorbs and amplifies energy using a process I can utilize but don't fully understand. The cultists certainly accumulated a lot of it, though. You take great pleasure in forcing me to admit to gaps in my knowledge, don't you? Point taken. Calgronti absorbed a significant amount of energy from Jode's core. With all the stone he had the cultists sent to the island, I assume its unique properties factor into his plans in some fashion.
Ja, då fick vi offra lite liv.
With energy. That should allow me to open the portal to Dragonhold. This is harder than I thought. It's open. Our way to the island. Sigh.
Ja, så det är det. Sitter han och gömmer sig.
It appears that the portal deposited us inside an ancient structure. I assume we're somewhere beneath the island of Dragonhold. The architecture reminds me of both the halls of Colossus and the barrows of Skyrim. Interesting. That's an approximate translation of the Ta'agra text, from the secret histories of the Moonsingers. Calgronti reigned from here before Kunzari imprisoned him in the halls of Colossus. Some sort of powerful magic isolates this island, an Aegis. We need to find the source of the Aegis and destroy it so Nathalar and the Dragon Guard can join us. We'll never stop Calgronti without them. Everything I learned about Calgronti came from a few oblique references in the Khajiit myths. Let's see if we can find anything to add to our knowledge while we search for a way to dispel the Aegis. An Aegis is a defensive spell. While the magic used in the Matrix surrounding Dragonhold is unknown to me, it bears some resemblance to spells I've cast in the past. I assume the Aeon Stones serve as a key component in the process, whatever it is. That supposition was simply an educated guess. But yes, I believe that by channeling the energy from Jode's core through this strange Aeon Stone, Calgronti can achieve an unprecedented level of power. Will that equal godhood? Who can say?
Ja, vi får leta den här spellen då. Det sitter han och gräver, vet du. Ja, det är väl bara att springa raka vägen framåt.
I don't like the way this island is shaking.
Rasor och grejer, vet du.
Yes. This one hears your command, Rakasi.
Let's not linger in these caves. It feels like the ceiling might collapse at any moment.
Döpa han då. Han får komma vidare. Han springer och slår mig med spa. Ja. Det var väl kanske inte det sämsta vapnet. Rytter och grejer hänger ner här. På döden så han kommer lite fortare fram. Vi får passa för span. Ja. Jag kunde ju ha fått en bättre vapen kanske. Så det fick en skyddsbälton där.
That tapestry. Give me a moment to study it.
Varsågod. Och en fin bild.
Obviously of Khajiiti origin. Old. Maybe as ancient as these ruins. Perhaps older. I think this depicts one of the forbidden legends.
Okej.
I can think of any number of reasons for a culture to declare a myth or legend forbidden, though most involve topics too disruptive or dangerous to discuss openly. This particular tale deals with the rise of the new moon. Indeed, anything that hints at changing the status quo poses a danger to those in charge. See the number of moons? The Khajiit acknowledge multiple moons, but they rarely depict any besides Joan and Jode. The third moon is larger than both of them. The figures at the bottom. Those must represent the new moon cultists. And see the Aeon Stone, emanating energy that gives rise to the third moon? Yes, I'm certain. This depicts the legend of the Dark Aeon. I came across another one of the secret Moonsinger myths during my research. It predicts the coming of a powerful new moon, the Dark Aeon. I think Calgrontiid seeks to make this ancient prognostication a reality. Now, let's find the Aegis. According to the legend, this new moon presages a time of darkness and the birth of a new supreme being. Calgrontiid seeks to make the prophecy come true. Damn it. I won't have my legacy tarnished by a mad dragon I inadvertently released. Ah, the confidence of youth. Very well then, let's get on with it. We still need to find the source of the magic that's protecting this island.
Ja, vi får fortsätta leta. Vi springer vidare hit. Vet du. Det kommer nog snart tak in där.
Dragon, but it's not Calgrontiid.
Continue to feed the rituals.
Det är många drakar ute.
Calgrontiid demands a throne in the sky. We must accomplish this or perish.
Oj, vad grönt det var överallt.
A throne in the sky? Forget the source of the island's defenses. We need to destroy these ritual sites.
Då får jag springa hit då. Jag läser så bokhylla lite snabbt där. Så där fick vi en liten lårbok. Det är lite törligt att det bara är en och en fiende. Kan de inte komma lite fler? Här vet du av en ritualsajt och det är det. Oj, så där kommer jag gröna krigare. Här kommer det fler och fler kolingar, vet du. En liten gargoll. Kommer han nog eller? Nej.
Interesting.
Det kommer vi
Let me
spara
try
in.
something.
Försök någonting du. Läser jag en bokhylla så länge.
Power coursing through these stones. It could move a mountain.
Tror du det? Springer vi vidare hit då. Där sitter en liten tiger på dem där. Hur gör det då? Och massor ben och grejer. Ja. Det är coolt. Har de offrat lite där, vet du. Det är lårböcker om man tar sig tid att läsa. Den behöver ju inte läsa så noga. Här har vi flera stenar. Oj, oj, oj. De skulle hoppa på med dem. Det är fler. Jaha, han står och fightas där annan. Spring och gör din sak du. Han behövde inte göra det nog kanske. Nej. Nu är vi på övervåningen, ja.
What pests dare scurry in this sacred place?
I'll deal with this creature.
You think to challenge me?
So much power.
Vart han lite sleten såg det ut som.
That drove it off. Now, to find the source of the Aegis. So much for feeling like my old self again. It took every iota of energy I absorbed from the Aeon Stone, and all I accomplished was to wound the dragon and drive it off. And now, I'm as used up and worthless as an empty water skin. The injured dragon. There's nothing more dangerous, but also totally predictable. It will head to a secure location to mend its wounds. What could be more secure than the source of Dragonhold's defenses? Your observational skills never cease to amaze me. The energy gave me a boost, but it also wreaked havoc with my body. A mortal vessel was never meant to contain such power. Now that it's gone, I'm nearly spent. I'm not sure we stopped the ritual in time. There's a disturbance in the air. Something's about to happen. Come on. Let's find the source of the island's defenses while we still can. The humans and Khajiit could, but not Nafalar. We need that dragon and the bond you share to defeat Calgronteed. As long as the Aegis...
Vi får springa vidare då. Ja, vi ska visst hitåt. Vad är det ute här då? En genväg kanske? Vi får ta en titt hur det ser ut istället.
More cultists. Where do the dragons find these demented Khajiit?
Pröva att få dem alla på en gång. Det är inte så lätt det. Så spar jag då. Jag gillar att spara nu.
Eventually, or they will burn.
Vi skulle hit visst.
Another tapestry. And that's clearly a dragon. This tapestry continues the legend of the Dark Aeon. I suppose it would be more accurate to call it a prophecy. Because the cultists don't believe what we see here happened in the past. They believe the Dark Aeon will arise in the future. The very near future, if Calgronteed has his way. I think the land at the bottom represents this island, Dragonhold. See the vast amounts of Aeon stone, including the spire at the center? Its energy feeds into the new moon as it rises into the night sky. That's the Dark Aeon. The new moon, the new god that Calgronteed plans to ascend to. But all that energy, that must be the source of Dragonhold's defenses. We have to find this location. We need to hurry and find the wounded dragon. The tremors grow worse with every passing moment, and I fear we're running out of time. We kill it, though I'm hardly fit for another battle. Even so, I doubt we'll be able to deal with the Aegis while the dragon still lives.
Ja, vi får springa och döda den. Här är jag, vet du.
Up there! That's Calgronteed.
That foul scent. I know these worms. You cannot stop me. This island will ascend, and I shall become the Dark Aeon.
Så där har vi en drake till.
Protect me while I try to destroy the Aegis. Juramar may be wounded, but he's still a dragon.
Ja. Vi får väl protecta det då. Står inte still rätt i alla fall. Oj. Det var ingen lurt att stå i den där. Oj, lite flame etternacker. Det brinner överallt, vet du. Oj, 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 oj. Kommer en storing, vet du. Ja, ska han flyga runt bara? Är du färdig? Nej. För han var landra. Kan inte hålla på och flyga omkring så där. Det tänker jag det. Hur går det med han där borta då? Han sprang vidare. Ja, tydligvis. Han sprang han. Ja, vi får springa in här vi också då.
may have dealt with the island's defenses, but whatever Calgronteed is doing is getting stronger.
Det gör han säkert. Superstark.
Dragon's bones were up in the sky. These ruins won't stand much more of this. We need to get out of here.
Så det är det. Coolt. Rasar samman.
A dead end. There's no choice. I'll open a portal to the mainland. Hurry! It will take the last of my remaining strength to hold this open. Find Chimera and Saisahan. Prepare the Dragon Guard to attack. I'll be ready when you return.
Alltså, ska du inte med? Okej, vi får prata med hela säkert.
Over here. I told you I sensed Tarn's magic.
And where is
Smet.
sacred sons of Yokuda? Up in the sky.
Så det är det.
How did the Dragon's Island get into the sky? And where is Tarn? Five Claw, tell me what is happening. The prophecy of the Dark Aeon and the New Moon. I should have seen it sooner. But what of Tarn? Where is he? Then we must return to the Dragon Guard Sanctum and rally our forces. Even if Tarn managed to overcome the island's defenses, reaching an island in the sky could pose a significant problem. I must ponder the possibilities. I do not want to imagine Tarn alone on that island. We must gather our forces and get back to him quickly, Five Claw. I fear time is running out for all of us. That is more of a question for Saisahan. But ready or not, they are all we have. Let us return to the Dragon Guard Sanctum and figure out how to reach the floating island. Tarn's magic. It has a specific scent. Since he has been training me to understand my attunement, I have learned to recognize his magic and track it when he unleashes it. I followed the trail, and it led me here.
Ja, då får jag springa upp hit igen då.
The island is floating, Dragon. I saw it with my own eyes.
Ja,
Calgronteed seeks to fulfill the prophecy. I must keep the lesser dragons from attending him on Dragonhold.
så det är det.
I could try to open a portal, but without Tarn's guidance, I do not even know how to begin.
Ja, jag tror vi fortsätter i nästa avsnitt. Glöm inte att trycka prenumerera och en tumme upp så kommer det mer videor sen. Hej!